What's up guys, it's Prashant here. Welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you for joining me today. In today's video, we're going to be doing something a little different than my usual content and talk about Hertz. As I'm sure you're aware, Hertz is one of the largest car rental companies in the United States. Last year they went bankrupt and now they're emerging from Chapter 11 bankruptcy. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what happened with investors or stockholders in the company as the company went through this bankruptcy and what they can do next. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to be telling you what I would do if I were a holder of Hertz stock in order to maximize my profit. So stay till the end. Guys, before we continue with this video, I want to take a second to ask you to smash that like button and that subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm. This helps me out a lot and motivates me to keep making these videos. That said, let's get back to it. Hertz was probably having troubles before 2020, but with people staying home rather than traveling for business or vacation, Hertz revenues completely dried up. They then filed for bankruptcy in 2020 and their stock price tanked, as is to be expected. It bottomed out around 40 cents per share on May 26, 2020. What happened next was a little weird. Retail investors started buying the stock like crazy, driving its price all the way up to a high of $5.53 around mid-June. This was a return of 14x. So if you had used $100 to buy Hertz stock when it was trading around 40 cents, you would have gotten $1,400 back. Around this time, Hertz announced that they would be issuing new shares for the amount of about $500 million on the open market, but eventually dropped this idea after some SEC scrutiny. In the meantime, the vaccination rates here in the United States started going up very quickly, and the country started reopening rapidly, much faster than the stock market anticipated. In addition, as you might be aware, there is a massive chip shortage out there in the world. Because of this, car manufacturers have had to slow down or even completely halt production on their new vehicles. Because of the shortage of supply in new vehicles, the cost of used vehicles has gone up. And with people starting to travel again because of the reopening, the rental car market is on fire. The prices of a rental at any airport lot is through the roof, and it is not uncommon to see that rental car companies at airports are completely out of cars right now. This was perfect for Hertz. Pre-bankruptcy, Hertz had a fleet of 500,000 cars. So during the bankruptcy process, Hertz was able to sell some of its used cars at an inflated price and use the money to pay down some debt. Now, post-bankruptcy, after the financial restructuring, the new Hertz seemed to be a much leaner operation and much better poised to take on the new world. Alright, now that we understand the background of the Hertz bankruptcy, now let us talk about what happened to the shareholders. So here's the deal that every shareholder got. For each old share of Hertz stock that an investor held, they got $1.53 in cash, 0.09 shares of the new Hertz stock, and 0.64 Hertz stock warrants. So if you held $100 of old shares, you got $153 in cash, 9 new shares, and 64 warrants. So let's try and figure out what this is all worth. So I'm recording this video on July 24th, 2021. I plan to upload this 1 week from today. So this data is probably going to be a little outdated, so just bear with me. So as of July 24th, the new Hertz shares, ticker symbol HTZZ, are trading at $16.77. And the Hertz warrants, ticker symbol HTZZW, are trading at $7.55. So if you had 100 old shares, you got first $153 in cash, you got new 9 shares worth a total of $150.93, and you got 64 warrants worth around $483.20. So in total, you got a package worth $787.13. Now, if you're one of those lucky ones that got in at the 40-cent level, that means you paid $40 for your 100 shares, you 20x'd your money, or your return was more than 1800%. Good for you. Now, let me address warrants directly. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that most of the people who are watching this video probably have never heard of warrants before the Hertz stock, at least outside of the context of RS warrants. So let me break it down for you. A warrant is a security instrument that gives the holder the right but not the obligation to buy an underlying security at a predetermined price at a later date. If this sounds familiar, it's because this is exactly what call options do as well, but there are a few differences. Now let me explain warrants a little bit further by using these Hertz warrants as an example. The Hertz warrants have a strike price of $13.80 and are valid for 30 years. Now currently, Hertz stock is trading for $16.77, which means that these warrants are in the money. So if you're a current holder of a Hertz warrants, you could exercise the warrant, which means that you would spend $13.80 to buy one single stock or one single share of Hertz stock. And then you could immediately turn around and sell the same stock in the open market for $16.77, booking yourself a profit of $2.97 per share. So if you're a current holder of a Hertz warrant, you could exercise it, purchase the stock, and immediately sell the stock to book a small profit. Now, if you're not a current holder of the Hertz warrants, the math works a little bit differently. First, you would have to buy a Hertz warrant for $7.55, which is its current price. Then you would have to spend $13.80 to exercise your warrant to buy the share. So this means that you would end up spending $21.35 just to buy one single share of Hertz. This would put you in the red immediately because the share is currently trading at $16.77. So if you're an investor who wants to buy Hertz stock, it is cheaper to just go ahead and buy the stock on the open market than go through the warrant route. For investors who held old share of Hertz and got these warrants as part of the restructuring process, this presents a unique opportunity for you. There are a few options as to what you could do. If you currently want or need the money, you could definitely go ahead and exercise the warrant and then sell the stock immediately to realize the potential profit. Now, I say potential because whether or not you make a profit on this trade is based on your cost basis. Let me explain. Let us say you own one Hertz stock warrant. To exercise it, you would need to spend $13.80 to buy one Hertz stock, which you could then sell for $16.77. So your gross profit per share is $2.97. Now remember, to have one stock warrant, you would have had to had 1/0.64 old shares of Hertz stock, which is about 1.56 shares. So dividing our gross profit $2.97 by this number, we get a new number, which is $1.90. So if you bought your old shares at Hertz for $1.90 and you do this whole exercising a warrant option thing, then you would break even. If you bought your old Hertz stock for anything lesser than $1.90, then you're in the money and you'll make a profit. For this exercise, just to make things a little bit cleaner, I ignored the cash compensation of $1.53 as well as the small fraction of a share of the new stock that you got, and we'll just call it a convenience fee for going through the restructuring process. There are two other options for current holders of Hertz warrants. The first one is that they could simply sell their warrants. So currently they would get $7.55 per warrant. So this is definitely an option that people can use if they want some quick cash and easily close out their position. The next option, and this is the option that I would use if I were a holder of Hertz warrants, is to hold on to these warrants for a long time. You see, these warrants are unique in that they're valid for 30 years. In general, I'm bullish on the stock market and I believe that it's going to do well over the long term. As the world continues to reopen and vacation as well as business travel resumes at a higher and higher pace, I think Hertz will be in a good position to capitalize on that. At this time, they could capitalize on the high rental prices in the market to drive revenue growth. And then in the future, as things normalize over the next few years and supply chain issues die down and the cost of new cars start coming down, Hertz can concentrate on rebuilding their fleet without paying through the nose for these new cars. So I can see the Hertz stock climbing in the future at a steady clip, which is what is expected of a mature company. So let's say this happens and the stock price climbs to $30 or even $50 in the next 5 years. But let's say $30 just to be conservative. So you could then exercise your Hertz warrant for $13.80 to buy one single share, then immediately turn around and sell it to the market for $30 and pocketing about $16 profit per share. And if you can wait 10 years and the stock price climbs to $100, well, you can make that much more money. So if you're bullish on this stock in particular over the long term, holding these warrants on is definitely the best play. When the stock price reaches the level that you want, just go ahead and exercise your warrant, buy the stock and sell it right away into the market to book a big profit. So that's all I have for you guys in today's video. I hope you found today's video useful, and I hope you make a ton of money using your HERTZ warrants. If you like this video, please go ahead and smash that like button and that subscribe button, and also click on the bell icon to be notified instantly when I post a new video. I post at least one new video every week with great new financial content, and I would love to see you back here. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, where I post every week. And don't forget to sign up to receive my free personal finance 101 guide using the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.